The Eagles, 49ers, Chiefs, and Bengals are all one game away from the Super Bowl. The NFC and AFC championship both go down on Sunday. Kalyn Kahler is a senior NFL writer at The Athletic, and she's on the line to talk all things championship weekend. Kalyn, thanks for joining us. Let's get straight into it because the first game, Eagles, Niners. I'm not big on predictions, but I am a big on expectations. What are you expecting to see out of this game?
I think the Eagles will win this game for a couple of reasons. Number one, Jalen Hurts is just on a mission. This man is on a mission, and he is not even fully healthy. One thing I thought was interesting on Sunday was that after the game, he told Peter King of NBC that he hadn't attempted a throw that was 40 yards or more in practice that week. And on his second play of the game, he had Devontae Smith open, and it was a 40-yard pass. And he said to Peter, like, I just had to commit myself to the challenge and do it. And he overcame it and he did it. And so I think that is really interesting. I mean, he's not even full strength, but they completely demolished the Giants in that game last week. So I think that is a big reason that they will come out on top. Second reason is the Eagles' offensive line is the best unit in football. So they are, they completely shut down the Giants' defensive line last week and made it not even a game. However, I will say the Niners will be the biggest stress test that the Eagles have faced this year. If you look at their schedule, really the best team that they played was the Week 16 Cowboys game, which they lost with Gardner Minshew at quarterback. Other than that, a lot of the teams that they played this season were kind of your second tier, like good teams, but not great teams. So I do think this Niners team is going to give them their hardest challenge of the season.
So you're thinking that Brock Purdy really hasn't seen any top-level competition yet, and now he gets to face this Eagles defense. And I know what you mean about Jalen Hurts. I mean, everyone's talking about the RPO game on this team, but they make plays on the outside with the weapons that they have. It's going to be a heck of a game. And we're going to end Sunday night with Bengals-Chiefs. A lot of people are looking at KC as the underdogs in this game, saying that Joe Burrow, it's Burrowhead Stadium. Joe Burrow owns Patrick Mahomes. What are your thoughts about this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, the stats would tell you that, and they beat this team the last 3 times they played. The Bengals have won against the Chiefs. But I will say, Mahomes' ankle is obviously the storyline here. It's going to be a key factor. But I actually think Mahomes might be okay here. I mean, if you go back to the game-winning touchdown pass last week against Jacksonville, he threw that off of his left foot, and it was still on target. And, it looked okay. And so really the difference with his ankle is he's not going to be able to plant and push off like he's used to on his downfield throws. So I expect we'll see him change a little bit of his mechanics, and throw a little bit more with just his arm. So I think the Bengals, with Lou Anarumo leading that defense, they've developed a reputation this season of shutting down elite quarterbacks. I think we'll expect to see them try to put Mahomes on the run, try to force him out of the pocket, make him uncomfortable on that ankle. So it will be a really interesting matchup. And I think I would pick the Bengals here just because of the way that defense played last week. And obviously, Joe Burrow is at the top of his game right now as well.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes led the NFL with throws outside of the pocket. So when you're saying forcing him outside of the pocket, initially I was thinking, that's not a good idea. But like you said, trying to throw on the run and plant on the ankle. You saw how tender it was. Also, the Chiefs defense. What are your thoughts on the Chiefs defense? Because I think the Bengals had the better defense coming into this game.
I agree. I think the Bengals do have the better defense as well. And, cornerback Mike Hilton in the slot last week was amazing at pressuring Josh Allen. He had a lot of success there, making Allen really uncomfortable and pretty much shutting down that Bills passing game. So if he can do that against Mahomes this Sunday, I think the Bengals will have the upper hand here as far as the defense goes.
Before we close out, there's 2 reasons that I'm rooting for the Bengals. 1, to see Eli Apple troll all of the NFL. 2, I don't want to see a Jackson Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes TikTok. Don't want to see it at all.
Yeah.
Can't go Bengals.
Yeah, that might be a little obnoxious.
Kalyn Kahler, thanks for joining us.